Howdy, my name is Cody McCarthy, and today I will be presenting to you my final litter project. I surveyed two locations, T-Dock and Pacific Hall, and the area of my survey site was about 60 meters squared for T-Dock and about 32 meters squared for Pacific Hall. I broke down the little components there so that you'd be able to visualize the path I took a little bit better. The average temperature the average temperature over these 2 days was about 66 degrees Fahrenheit. I remember it being pretty chilly. It had come off of like a bit of like a warm week the week before. So I remember that very well. The weather was pretty overcast. It looked like it was going to rain. And it was pretty windy. It was it was around like 14 miles per hour. So with our specific location, litter is an extreme problem because we're a little coastal community, on a little man-made island, literally surrounded by water, and trash is extremely harmful for the marine life because plastics are one of the main killers of sea turtles, but plastics contain various chemicals, including phthalates, which are suspected to disrupt the endocrine system and affect reproduction in marine life, especially filter feeders such as oysters. Also, plastics can absorb harmful pollutants like polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons (PAHs), which are produced from burning fossil fuels. The concentration of these substances in plastic can be up to a million times higher than in the surrounding seawater. And as a result, when marine animals consume plastic particles, the toxins enter the food chain and will eventually end up in our own bodies. And so that's one of the impacts that litter has in our specific area. It affects the marine life more than anything because there's just a lot of marine life in Galveston. Um, and then up here is a quote that I took. I didn't technically didn't take it. It's just a quote that I got from a website that I have cited, and it's about coastal communities the and more of like an economic side of the issue, whereas over here was more of like the natural issue. This is more of like the economic issue. When you're losing tourism, your your fishermen can't fish because there's so much trash in the way. There's trash is damaging boats. It's just damaging anything it can. That's kind of the situation that trash puts us in when we're on the coast. And in my location one, I zoomed in for the sample site. That way you could see the yellow path that I took, and I did that for both. So there's the yellow path. That's the path that I took whenever I surveyed. This is my data overview. Basically, this is day one and day two of T-Dock and day one and day two of Pacific Hall. I kind of already went over like I summarized the information. So this is just the data behind it. And then here are some graphs of my findings. So for day one of T-Dock, I found a lot less than I actually expected, and I don't know why, but I did because I've been there before and I've seen more trash than what I did then. And it only decreased after that. So and that's I also picked up the trash and put it in the trash can after I had counted it for my litter. So maybe that's another reason why. But yeah, you have a lot of there was a lot of construction litter. You see like rotted wood. There's a lot of wood planks out there, plastic bags all the time, beverages. There'll be cans of Coke or whatever, clothing. There's always somebody's random shirt is on a post or something sticking out of the water. It's weird, but yeah. And these are my resources.